Hello, I'm talking to Gene Wise, and I wanted to ask you about the origin of this breakfast and this event. You were telling me about it earlier, but I think my readers would find it interesting.
All right, I'm a native Atlanta. I was born here and didn't have any white people mount anything that was the Republican Party at that time. But I was one of the early people that joined up.
Y'all stay out of trouble. Have a good one.
Large majority of African Americans in the party at the time. As everybody knows, after Lyndon Johnson came along, we had a big switch over, and Jim Tysinger was one of the people that ran for the state senate in 1968 when we had 4 Republicans in the state senate. And his #1 campaign plan was that if you elect me, I will make myself available once a week to everybody in the district, whether you voted for me or not, to give me your views about things and to tell you what I plan to do and get your reaction to it. So he was good at his word. He went in office in January. He started immediately having Saturday morning breakfast forums at that time in a Holiday Inn hotel. We moved around 10, 12 different places over the years. Finally came to a situation where the Republican Party needed help in having a larger place that had higher rent. So we moved in with them and contributed toward the rent every month, but we don't consider ourselves part of the Republican Party, and we invite anybody who has something to say with public interest to make arrangements ahead of time and come in here and speak for 5 or 10 minutes on what's on their mind.
So this has been 42 years that these have been going on. Would you recommend to other people in other states to do something like this, to stay close to the constituents?
Well, yeah, I would, but you got to have a focal point. This worked because Jim Tysinger was a state senator for 30 years. He had the respect of everybody. He was made chairman of the Higher Education Committee, even though he was at that time from a far minority party. We may have had 15 out of 51 members.
Sounds like Massachusetts.
So with him as a steady hand guiding it forward all the time and inviting anybody that wants to come in, it's been successful, as you say, for 42 years. And I've learned more here than I have all the other places that I look for political information. I spend too much time doing that. So, yes, I would recommend anybody who has the public confidence to get people to come to get something like this started.
Well, I want to thank you very much for having me today, and it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Well, thank you.